So, because there is a new ebook coming, you might have heard there's a new ebook coming.
Maybe we've mentioned it.
Yeah, we've been very subtle about the whole thing. We thought we'd do a little bit of a recap and maybe spread some information for if you aren't really familiar with an ebook. You don't know what an ebook is, you don't know what our ebooks are, you're not quite sure how they work, you don't know what to expect with this very exciting new release. We thought we'd chat through a little bit about what they are and how they work essentially, so you can get from getting in your ebook and sewing like as quickly as possible.
Yes, I like that. Reducing the steps.
Yes, definitely. So we currently have 5 ebooks?
6. 4 capsule wardrobes and 2 beginner ebooks.
Exactly.
Which are 2 very different categories, I would say. And we can reveal that the new ebook that's coming out will be one of the capsule wardrobe ebooks, which is very exciting. And if you stick around, we might reveal the name of it by the end of the video. But so the beginner ebooks are something that we designed like thinking of absolute beginners.
Yes,
like that literally beginner's guide to sewing. We tell you how to thread a machine and how to sew a seam, like very, very basic, and then with a few projects. And then there's the beginner's guide to dressmaking, which is a little bit more advanced, but still, you know, if someone's sewn a
straight line,
then they can proceed to the next steps with that one. And then the capsule wardrobe are the kind of dreamy ones.
Yes, yeah, they are. So we started off with City Break in, I want to say, 2016.
Wow!
So almost 10 years ago.
Wow, I don't think I realised it was that long ago.
I thought it was 10 years, but it's not quite. Almost 10 years ago. And then we had Work to Weekend.
Which I am, by the way, wearing an ED top. This is one of the winners, like everyday winners for me from that ebook, because I wear this so much. It's just a beautiful boat neckline, jersey, easy, lovely. Can we make as a dress?
Yes, yeah,
I think Jemima has a dress. I love that dress.
And then it was Summer Dreaming.
Yes,
which was actually going to be summer holiday before we all had a pandemic, and we were like, no one's going on holiday, so it's Summer Dreaming instead.
I did not know that name changed, but how beautiful though.
It still worked so well, and I think the weather was still gorgeous, even though we were all trapped in our own garden rather than on holiday.
That's very true.
And then a few years after that, we had Vintage Dreaming. Which is our very vintage inspired ebook. But those are all the My Capsule Wardrobe ebooks, and they are collections of patterns that work together, which mean you have an entire wardrobe really. They're not like where we release a dress and it's just on its own, and obviously it can work with different things, but we're just releasing that dress on its own. But these are all different pieces that are specifically designed to work together in your wardrobe, to be layered, to there's a lot of thought that goes into how do the pieces fit together, which I love, because we like to do that anyway here. Like whenever we bring a new pattern out, we're like, oh, go with this and this and this. But in the capsule wardrobe ebooks, that's happening already. We've made it happen for you. And so I guess the big appeal for me, and the first thing I bought from Sew Over It was the capsule wardrobe City Break one, which is sweet. It feels like a very nice, full circle. And I think the appeal for me, and I was quite a beginner at the time, was that you got lots of things that went together, because when you're a beginner, I don't think you think about that. What's in my wardrobe that goes with this and that. So I felt like that was done, the job was done for me. It had, and I think I can say that this goes for all of our ebooks, there are different levels. So you can almost like start making the easiest thing, like this, the ED top in Work to Weekend, super easy. But then if you want to make maybe the Camille jumpsuit, it's a little bit more involved, but you can work yourself up to that, right? That's very true.
And I very much did that with City Break, because I think I started maybe with the Erin skirt, which is not super easy, but
you did.
I did. But then I worked myself up to making a shirt, my first shirt, the Alex, and then the jeans. So it's like So I like that. I like the capsuleness of it. I like the fact that there's different levels that you can't make all of it now, but maybe in a year you'll be able to make the other things.
You get that longevity out of it, don't you? You can always hark back to it, go back to it to
Absolutely.
add to your current wardrobe. There's always an option in there.
Exactly.
It's exciting.
And then obviously value for money.
Yeah, really.
Because I think in all the capsule ones we have at least 5 patterns, I'm going to say. The next one, we can say that it has the biggest amount of patterns.
It really does.
And obviously everything is amplified by the fact that there's different versions, there's different combinations, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you get a lot.
You do get a lot for your money. And yeah, like you say, it's that value over time.
Over
I
time.
think that gives it. And we always try, they're always have a theme.
Oh yeah, that's true, I didn't say that, yeah.
Sort of, you city break, you work to weekend. But I think, like all things so over it, we try to make them timeless as well. So you are going to come back to them again and again.
Again and again. And we actually did a reel, if I find it, I'll link it below, which is Summer Dreaming Winter Wardrobe or something.
Yeah.
And it works. Yeah. It depends on what fabrics you make the patterns in, but also how you style them with other things and layer them. We love layering.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think eBooks are really special because of all of the reasons we've just listed. And then we also make them pretty.
Yes! That's a really fun part.
Right?
Of the job.
That's when you're very much, your head has been in that for the last few weeks and you are making the new one very pretty.
It's lovely. Yes, thinking from like choosing the fabric months ago and like following that all through. There's a lot more. I want to say almost in terms of like it feels a bit more like a magazine.
Yes, oh that's a good comparison.
You get like inspiration pages that are about fabric. Obviously we do put this in our instructions anyway, but things about fitting.
Yes.
Little extra tips here and there. But you also get those like gorgeous inspiration shots, which just again add value.
Add value to it, and it's more, I don't know, it's like almost like a mood board.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah,
exactly
there's something with the colours and of course you then take it and make it your own, but I think it's really nice to give the image of like completeness, collection.
And it's only more in the recent ebooks that we've had more models as well.
That's true,
which has been great.
That's
so in
true.
Vintage Dreaming and in the
The
future
new one.
We have 3 models, I think, in both.
Yes.
So then hopefully you will see bits of yourself in different models.
That's
maybe
a very good point.
Different people are wearing different colour palettes. It just gives us an opportunity to show off so much more potential of what they could be, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I think you really thought for this one so much about like colour theory and stuff like that, and it was really funny seeing the colours coming together for one of the models and the other. It's like that's making sense. They're all friends, but there's like sections and
everyone's got their own sort of personality.
Yes, absolutely. And which shows the versatility of the patterns.
Exactly.
Because we always say this, but the times that as a team we've made the same pattern and we end up with completely different things.
I was just thinking, looking at the stream, we are the opposite today to what we usually should be.
Me in a navy top.
I know.
What's happened?
And I'm the jazzy top
You're
person.
the jazzy top person. I love it. Very, very bizarre.
Yes.
So, if we've now given you an idea of what an ebook, and if you don't know the word ebook, actually, it just means that it's a digital book. So it's not a book in your hands, it's digital.
Yeah.
And much like PDF patterns, which is most of our patterns, they basically once you buy it, you have those files forever.
Forever and instantly. Right there.
Forever and instantly. That's a very good point. Forever and instantly. And what the difference is just that instead of downloading one folder of files for one pattern, you are downloading our bigger folder with all of the files for all of the patterns. So I think we are going to screen record the laptop in front of me and make some editing magic so that you keep seeing us somewhere, but you're gonna mainly see the screen.
So I think it goes without saying as well, or it doesn't go without saying because I'm saying it, that this process is also how our other patterns are downloaded.
Oh, that's a very good point.
So if you have struggled at all with any digital pattern, this is how you get it from our website. So
That's
it
a
works
very good
across
point.
the board, not just ebooks, all of them, but we'll be looking at ebooks on this video.
But in particular. So the first thing you need to do is buy the ebook in question.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Otherwise,
none of this applies to anything. But let's say you've bought our vintage streaming ebook we're going to use as an example. First thing you need to do is head over to our website, soverit.com, nice and easy and catchy to remember. You want to log in, so go where this little person icon is the word?
Yeah.
You go there, you make sure you're logged in. I'm already logged in because I don't want you to steal my secrets. And you're going to scroll down a little bit and you'll find View Purchased Patterns and Classes. And that includes ebooks, in case you're wondering. You're going to click on there and you're going to see a selection of all the patterns you've bought from us in the past, very nicely categorized by type of garment, which I love, and then alphabetically within that. Tops and blouses, coats and jackets, and at the end we get the ebooks. So here I've got two. Today I'm going to go with vintage streaming. I am in the mood for sewing something fancy and retro. Which is what you're wearing. I didn't say. What blouse is this?
Marilyn blouse from the Vintage Streaming ebook.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, I find the picture of the ebook that I'm interested in, and underneath it says very helpfully, download the Vintage Streaming ebook and patterns. And we're doing this on a desktop, on a laptop, on a desktop, because we think it's nice and clear, and it's usually the easiest way to download things, to be honest.
Yes, yeah. I think people have maybe iPads or Android tablets, different types of tablets, phones as well. And it does work on all of those devices. But if you have got a laptop or a computer, you will find it much easier to do on there.
And I find I have more storage on my laptop, for example, so that's where I keep all my patterns rather than on my phone or tablet.
That's it.
But yeah, it's the same process, we're just showing you on here. So that's downloaded while we were chatting. I've got a zip file. I'm going to click on that and it unzips magically. And here we go. So there's the zipped file, the one that says zip. I'm going to ignore now because I've unzipped it already. And I'm going to go to this one. First of all, I'm going to look at the instructions. So we're going to scroll through a little bit quickly because you'll only get to enjoy this if you buy this ebook. But just to give you an idea, all the ebooks have like a style, a colour scheme, a font as well, am I right?
Yeah.
I love that. A lot of thought goes into choosing that. Rosy's chosen a very nice one for the next one. I really like it. I wasn't familiar. You know how some fonts you're like, oh, it's
that.
This one. I know Comic Sans, but this one's really fun. So you have a little table of contents, very nice. So you know all the patterns and in what order they are, because maybe you've bought the ebook because you are obsessed with the Rita trousers. You would just want to get there, so you look for the page. And there you go, you have an introduction and lots of keys on how to use all the patterns. And yeah, then you go into the sections for each pattern. And here, these kind of pages I love.
I know, they're gorgeous.
This is what we're talking about in terms of inspiration and vibes.
Yes,
a lot of vibes of the ebook. And something I like to do personally, because it's a big booklet. There's a lot of pages. So say I'm interested in making the Rita trousers, because I am. I have actually cut out a pair. I know. I actually go into the search bar and I'm going to look for Rita. And here on the left, I get all the pages that mention Rita. The one that I want is this one that says the actual name clearly, because I think
that is the heading.
That is the heading.
Yay.
Hey, there we go. Let's get rid of that so it looks pretty again. But there we go. I've jumped straight to the page for those beautiful trousers. Oh, let's have a look at this. Yeah, lovely. Ankle tabs. I love it. So this is what the instructions look like. It's basically what you get with any of our PDF patterns, but it's like volume up, taken to the next level.
Super size.
Super size. I like that. I like that. So that is where your booklet is. Keep that safe. Just save. What I usually do when I download one of our patterns is I then save that folder. I've got a sewing patterns folder, which has Sew Over It inside, and then I just keep everything nice and organized.
Yes.
And so it doesn't just stay in your downloads. Just put it somewhere where you know you can find it again very easily.
Absolutely.
And then, so let's stick with the Rita trousers. I'm going to open the folder that's called Rita trousers. to have a look at the actual patterns. So here we've got the 2 size ranges. So let's open the 1830, for example, and we have 3 different files. So you get the A0 file, which is this one, and A0 is just the size of paper that is very big.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I think so, very scientific. It's very big.
So scientific. And we, of course, do A0 printing here at over it. So if you're buying it from us and you're in the UK, I would say it makes very much sense to order your A0 printing from here.
Absolutely.
If you're somewhere else, it's probably much more logical to find the printers near you. And so what you send the printers, a copy shop printer, is that file. And this is what it looks like. So it has, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, depends. The Rita's, good choice because it's only 2 pages.
It's very economical pattern.
And there you have all the sizes in that size range. So in this example that we're looking at, it's all the sizes from 18 to 30. And so you can send it off to get printed from us or a neighbourhood copy shop.
Yes, your local friendly copy shop.
Your local friendly copy shop. And then you've got all the sizes. You can trace the one that you need to use, or you can cut straight into. People have strong opinions about that.
Straight in.
You can choose what to do. And the great thing, because it's digital, if you get it printed and say in 2 years you want to make it again, different size, or you want to make it for a friend, you print it again.
I think, that's a really important point. I think maybe sometimes digital patterns are overlooked because you feel like maybe you're not getting your hands on something. They don't feel like tangible and sort of the same value for money as a traditional paper pattern. But actually the value in the digital patterns is you've got these forever. You lose them, you move house, you ruin it.
Such a good point, actually.
Eats them. We had someone email once and a dog had eaten one of her pattern pieces.
Dog ate my homework.
Had she bought a PDF, she'd still have it.
She would have been fine.
Yeah. So there's so much value in there, I think, that sometimes gets overlooked. So save them in your lovely folder system, like Mama does, and then you've got them forever.
Forever. And so that was the A0, which is the large one, which is the easiest to work from, I would say.
Yes,
personally,
definitely.
If you have access to a copy shop printing facility. But you do also always get the pattern in A4 format and US letter. So these are slightly different and they will apply to you or not. Here in the UK, I've only ever used the A4 personally. It makes sense, it doesn't have US in the name. But if I just show you, this is individual pages. Many more pages because they're smaller pages. And we have I can link it below, we have a tutorial on how to assemble a PDF pattern that you've printed at home if you need any help with that. But this is the option, and I do still do this at home when it's a smaller pattern and I want to do it now. Say it's the weekend, I can't get the copy shop version sent to me quick enough, so I just print it. Very useful to have the
Once you get used to the system, it's really easy to put them together, isn't it?
Absolutely, you get into a rhythm almost. Watch a film, Lovely. So that is what you get, and you get it in 2 separate folders for the 2 separate size ranges, so nothing gets confused, and you have that for every single pattern in the ebook. And in Vintage Dreaming you also get a little extra because we did lots of mixing bodices and skirts. So you've got an extra little booklet there, but that's specific. It's more specific ebook by ebook what extras you get, but what you always get is a beautiful instruction booklet and individual folders for all the PDF patterns included in the ebook that you can then access like that. Now, say if I show you on the page of Vintage Dreaming, say you're just going in to buy the ebook. I just want to talk about printing. So when you go onto the page of an ebook, you have the option to just buy the digital ebook, and that gets you everything that we've just shown you.
And that's so when you buy it, your order will go through, you'll get a confirmation, and all you do is log into your account and it's popped up in your account for you. Boop.
Magic. But you can also choose to get it all the patterns printed out as you buy the ebook. Of course, this is going to make it a little bit pricey because it's a lot of patterns. And that adds up, I would say. But if you want us to do that, of course we can do that. But something that I think might be more practical
Yes.
that people might want to do is maybe you buy the ebook and you're desperate to make, guess which pattern? The Rita trousers. You're going to go to a separate page that I'm going to show you now, that you can then just buy your digital ebook and then just order the printing for one pattern. And I think that would make sense, that people usually fall in love with a hero pattern straight away.
Yes, that's,
right?
That's the one you've got like the urge
I want to make it now.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is go on this tab which says patterns, then A0 printing, which this is, again, applies to all our PDF patterns. So you've got everything in alphabetical order. So, you know, if you want to print the Ella blouse, it's there. But for ebooks, we have a special little section. So I'm going to scroll down, down, down. There we go. Ebooks. This is all of the available ebooks, and there's going to be one more very soon. But I'm going to go into Vintage Dreaming, and I'm going to choose the Rita trousers, of course, in my size range. And then here, you just need to put in the order number.
Yeah, so if you're buying the ebook in the same order that you're buying this printing, so you've got the digital ebook in your basket and you just want to order your Rita trousers, you can just type in this order or something like that, or like, I'm buying it right now, or whatever message makes sense to tell us that it's for the products that you're buying in the order. If you're buying it at a later date, then just have a little look through your emails, or your orders are listed in your account as well, and just get that order number so we can double check and be like, yep, you've bought that digital product, so we'll happily print it out for you. Just because you're aware that this service is just printing.
Just printing, so
it's nothing to do with the PDF pattern itself, the instructions, the work that's gone into that. This is just paper and ink, so it's a little bit separate.
And we can't print something that you haven't bought the pattern for. That's a bit, it doesn't quite make sense. So yes, this is how you would do it if, say, you just wanted 1 or 2 patterns, 3 and 4, or just get it all printed. But yeah, that's how you separately find the printing facilities for just individual patterns within the ebook. So yeah, I think those are that covers most of the questions that we sometimes get about ebooks. I think now it could be the exciting time of revealing what the next ebook is going to be called.
I'm very excited to announce that the next ebook is going to be called The Everyday Edit.
And do you want to give some hints as to why it's called that? I don't know.
Because I'm going to say how many patterns it is as well. So
why not? Why not?
Because it is a collection of 6 patterns that will work in your wardrobe every single day. There are, obviously, like we said, a mix and match of patterns and garments that you can kind of make casual, you can make smart, and they are going to work for your home life, your work life, your weekend, your sleepy Sunday. You're going to the pub, you're going to the park, your everyday.
All encompassing.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm so excited. We had the photo shoot and everything just came together so beautifully.
Yes.
Rosie's made some incredible samples. They're so gorgeous, honestly. So more on that, of course, very soon. You'll get to see all the details about every single pattern, all the pictures, all the inspiration. Rosie has big plans for filming lots of chats about this ebook.
And
so you'll get to know it.
More makes. I've got like at least 3 more in my head. I've already got like 12.
But those were the official ones. Now you can make like the side ones.
Yeah, exactly. Exciting.
Extremely exciting. So make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter. We'll put the link below because that's how you'll hear first about the ebook. The second it's out, our newsletter subscribers will get it, the news in their inbox. And yeah, just stay tuned here on YouTube as well because there'll be a lot of fun content around it. Thank you so much for watching our little TED Talk on ebooks. Thanks for joining us here. Do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Buy us a coffee if you fancy it. But yes, all of the things, and we'll see you again very soon with a new exciting ebook.